On its path to becoming a dominant player in the electric vehicle (EV) market, Ford has run across a significant obstacle in the fast-shifting environment of the automotive industry. Ford's chief executive officer, Jim Farley, has lately made a surprising prediction. The corporation forecasts a huge loss of $3 billion in the year 2023, owing to its investments in electric vehicles (EV). This disclosure has sparked conversations regarding the strategic direction that Ford is headed in, as well as the company's current financial condition. It is never a pleasant experience for chief executive officers to be the bearers of bad news. When they must reveal financial failures, however, they typically adopt cautious wording in order to satisfy their primary responsibility, which is to increase stock prices and soothe shareholders. Despite his best efforts, Jim Farley was unable to mitigate the devastating effects of this financial bombshell. The total losses that Ford experienced in the 2 years before to 2023 are similar to the $3 billion loss that is anticipated to occur in 2023. This is a severe blow. This shocking discovery highlights the significant hurdles that are involved in making electric vehicles economical. John Lawler, Ford's chief financial officer, clarified that this predicted loss is an essential component of the early phases of the Ford Model E, which is the company's electric vehicle (EV) launch. The development of capacities, the accumulation of knowledge, the scaling up of production, and the acquisition of market share all call for large investments. It is important to note that these losses do not include any interest or tax charges. Ford continues to keep an optimistic stance about its electric vehicle (EV) efforts, despite the apparent failures. Despite having an operational loss margin of 40% in 2022, the corporation nonetheless managed to generate revenue of $5.3 billion because to the sale of around 96,000 electric vehicles. The ambitious objective that Ford has set for itself is to achieve an 8% profit margin from EVs by the end of the year 2026. This will be made feasible by increasing yearly production to 2 million units. Nevertheless, it is essential to note that these goals are still insignificant in contrast to the remarkable profit margins achieved by Tesla. Tesla is the only company that is currently anticipated to earn significant profits in the electric vehicle industry in the near future. This is especially true for electric vehicles aimed for the mass market, which is a market category that often has thin profit margin. This striking disparity highlights the difficult challenge that traditional manufacturers face in their attempt to achieve the same level of profitability as Tesla. Ford's chief financial officer, John Lawler, radiates confidence in the company's capacity to achieve its electric vehicle (EV) profit objectives due to a cadre of experienced personnel who had worked at Tesla in the past. Despite this, Ford has been forced to contend with a number of unforeseen difficulties, one of which being an increase in manufacturing expenses brought on by issues with the Mach-E and the F-150 Lightning EV truck. Due to the problems caused by these issues, Ford will not make a profit of $2 billion in 2022 alone. Ford has initiated the establishment of 5 novel business units in order to overcome these challenges and reaffirm its commitment to electric vehicles (EVs). These 5 business units are as follows: Ford Blue, which focuses on traditional combustion engines; Model E, which is dedicated to EVs; Ford Pro, which caters to commercial and government fleets; Ford Next, which pioneers cutting-edge technologies; and Ford Credit, which provides financial services. Not only does this organizational makeover shed light on Ford's transition to electric vehicles, EVs, but it also prepares the corporation to be a pioneer in the transportation industry of the future. Although investors continue to maintain a cautiously optimistic outlook, Wall Street's attention has been drawn to this audacious attempt. The share price of the company originally shot up after the launch of the new business divisions, but it has since been volatile due to the shifting dynamics of the market and the complexities of the supply chain. On May 2nd, Ford will reveal its first quarter results under the new structure. These results will provide significant insights into the effects of these dramatic changes. Despite the fact that the predictions seem to be positive, the most important question is whether or not Ford can maintain this strategy over the long term. The success of Ford's efforts to develop electric vehicles in the future is contingent on the company's capacity to close the profitability gap with Tesla, successfully negotiate complex supply chain difficulties, and remain at the forefront of innovation. Time will be the final judge of whether or not Ford's daring reorganization succeeds in securing the company's position as a premier player in the continuously developing automotive sector. And that's all for this video. Subscribe if you want to watch more.